thoroughly enjoyed everything. Everywhere you walk, you see different players from different countries, different teams, and all the smiles and the joys and the happiness from players, and then chatting, and it's just been an unbelievable experience. Everywhere you walk.
So
It's just been an unbelievable journey here in South Africa at the World Champs. We really enjoyed it, and so far, I think my biggest challenge is walking around a hotel. I feel like a celebrity everywhere. There's like commentator, like hey, taking selfies and family calls, and yeah, what an excellent tournament this has been. Starting the YMCA, working my way up to the main room. I'm just grateful for this opportunity to be part of the World Champs. You're in Cape Town, eh?
fantastic, Ricky. It's been great to have you involved, and long may that last. So back to Last Man Stands World Champs. There have been 36 teams here from all corners of the globe. We've had our first semi-final today. The Dakar Warriors getting a win there against the Czech Republic. Next, we're going to have a big game. CPI Masters from CPI Challengers, from Bloemfontein, taking on the MASAGAMY from the Highveld in Johannesburg. All to play for a World Champs final. As we just look at the beautiful setting that we're sitting in, Table Mountain, the roller in the background, getting the wicket prepared for the second semi-final. The weather is set fair. There's a bit of wind around, about between 10 and 12 kilometers, the experts say. No rain, so that's good. That's good news.
Mr. Ross, have you been?
It's
Mr. Ross, since your time now being in Cape Town, have you had the opportunity to go maybe explore around Cape Town?
It's not my first time in Cape Town.
It's not your first radio.
Been here a few times, but I mean, Cape Town offers so many fantastic things to do. You've got obviously Table Mountain, you've got the waterfront, you've got the wineries, you've got sort of past Muizenberg down south, you've got sort of Kalk Bay, Simonstown, you've got the Boulders Beach, we see the penguins. So Cape Town is just an unbelievable place, and just been talking to a few teams sort of off the field, and they've just had a fantastic time. They've been able to enjoy the sights while playing in a fantastically well-run tournament.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Ross. Mr. Ross, I had the opportunity to commentate and meet a wonderful team from New Zealand, Nengalese.
Nengalese, yep.
I don't know if they play in your league over there.
They do.
Awesome. What an awesome bunch of guys, eh? Wonderful gentlemen. One of those players, they said to me, when we were chatting, he says to me, Table Mountain looks just like the pictures that he saw on the internet. And actually being here in South Africa and exploring Cape Town and actually driving, going up the mountain, they couldn't believe how beautiful it is, the sights from the top of the mountain, the views, like Lions Head, Signal, and so on. And I asked him, did they climb the mountain? I said, no, they're here to play cricket. They cannot be climbing mountains. They're scared to get injured.
Fantastic bunch of guys. Their tournament unfortunately came to an end yesterday, so they'll be making their way back to New Zealand in the next few days. They've got a big following in New Zealand. I've been watching all the social media, and there was lots of viewers watching their games. So now, a few moments.
Mountains. How beautiful is the mountain? Oh, this is unbelievable scenes. Thank you for all our wonderful camera crews around the field here. Beautiful scenes here in Cape Town. Absolutely beautiful. And just going back to Nengalese, Ross, just a last comment there. They said they went out to Camps Bay and they went to some fishes, and they say, catching some fishes, say they've never seen so much colorful different fishes. Here in the Camps Bay, Ladatno area where they went fishing. Look at that views. This is absolutely breathtaking. Beautiful.
What a beautiful city this is.
So for all the viewers that's watching us live stream, look at this mountain.
Okay. So we're just about to get underway for the second semi-final here at Last Man Stands World Champs Finals Day. We have MASAGAMY taking on the CPI Masters. CPI Challengers, won the toss and decided to bowl.
Ross, have you watched any of the CPI Challengers games?
Watched a few games. They're a good team. They've
Quality outfit?
Yep, they're a good team. They've got a few big hitters.
Few big hitters.
Yep. With so JG Arnold, I've seen him open the bat a few times. Haven't seen Justin Gamble open the batting this week. So
yeah, that's a little bit of a mix-up.
It's maybe a new tactic. So just about to get underway, and we're away.
Game on.
Was well bowled there.
Very good ball there. First up there.
By Noddy van Biljoen.
Opening batsman. J.G. Arendorf and Justin Gamble. Bowler, Noddy van Biljoen. As we see, J.D. Arendorf just drops one in a cover pocket over there. Bowler is Noddy van Biljoen.
So Justin Gamble going to face his first ball. He's a quality player. He's hit a few huge sixes this week that I've seen. He's also a good left arm spinner. The balance of this MASAGAMY team is really good. They bat all the way to 8. We can all bowl. Just nudges it down for 1. I'll think about 2. Decide against it.
And that's the over up there for MASAGAMY. First over done, 3 runs. A bit slow start, but it is the playoff game, so they will take.
So we'll look at the rankings here. MASAGAMY, number 1 ranked team in the world. They have back to the rankings. CPI Challengers ranked nationally 4 and number 19 in the world. So they're going to have a tough challenge here. Going to play against MASAGAMY.
So this game is about to be a cracker. This is quality stats over here.
Well bowled Lucas Boucher. He's the captain of the CPI Challengers. Courageous leader. Likes to lead from the front, Ricky.
That's a quality ball over there from Lucas Boucher. Justin Gamble on strike. What will he do over here with this ball? Misses wide. Not where Mr. Lucas Boucher wants to be.
So the sun's beating down here in Cape Town. Just drying out the pitch. It's going to get faster and harder as the day goes on. Justin just trying to clip it down to finally just coming off his pad. They'll get through for a single.
Yeah, Ross, if you look at the projected score currently 71, but I'm not taking anything from that projected score. This game can go anywhere. But so far it's been good bowling here. Lucas Boucher. Arendorf. Oh, good ball in the block goal. Can't get it off the square.
It's well bowled there by Lucas Boucher, trying to hit the block hole. Just missed a low full toss, but that's not a bad ball. It's clipped down to long on for a single. So the general strategy, it seems, of MASAGAMY is they a bit cautious in the first few overs, first 10, and then they put their foot on the pedal the second 10. I think stats say they score normally 100 in their last 10.
That's a good ball. Just a drop at the bat there from Justin Gamble, and they get through for a single. And that was also the over up, 7 runs after 2 overs.
So if you look at J.G. Arnold's stats, he's played 172 games, 5,000 LMS runs, averaging 65 strikes at 145, best of 70 and 65 50s, national ranking of 8, world ranking of 44 out of 200,000 players. It's not bad stats, those.
That's quality stats, Ross. That's very good stats. As we see Nadir van Balloon back into attack here. Justin Gamble pushes behind point. Will they push for 2 runs? They just settle for the 1.
So it's good cricket this from the CPI challengers. Keeping things pretty tight at the moment. So look at Justin Gamble's stats. 187 games, 6,500 LMS runs, average is 64, strikes 170. Big appeal there by Lucas Boucher. Noddy Fabulyun, but umpire Quasi having none of that.
As we just have. We saw 2 big scoring affairs here the games before. Nadir tries to go. Outside is Justin. Gets off the strike just for the 1. Now it's leg by.
So, as we say, it's cautious start here by the MASAGAMY, but we do know that they have a lot of firepower in their batting lineup. They've been a quality team all week. One thing I have said on commentary before, I haven't seen them tested yet. It's great fielding there.
Wow, that's quality fielding. What a throw there from the boundary.
Gavin Finch, some serious fielding there. He's
That's
whipped it in.
Quality fielding. As we see Nadir van Balloon closing up this over here. J.J. Arendorf plays it down the ground. Will have to settle for 1, or will they push for 2? Just the 1 round. That's a very good over from Nadir van Balloon. 13 for 0 after 3 overs. MASAGAMY versus CPI challengers. Batsmen at the crease. J.J. Arendorf 7 for 10. Justin Gamble 4 of 7. Winner goes through to the final. Loser gets knocked out. This is a big game.
So Lucas Boucher bowled a tidy first over, just 3 from it. So J.G. Arnold on strike. He's a good player. Ooh, swing and a miss there. Dot ball. Still too early to be looking at that projected score. Only 3 overs in.
As we look at that replay, big hack. Misses. Keeper stops it. Bowler Lucas Boucher coming in. Great shot inside out, but it doesn't get it to the boundary or to the fielder. They just settle for the 1 run over there. MASAGAMY versus CPI challengers. CPI challengers from Bloemfontein.
It's gone big, it's gone downtown. Disappeared over the
6 runs! That's a
long
top shot.
double fielder for 6. Justin Gamble's opened his account of boundaries. Just hit through the line. Didn't quite get it, but enough to
go for 6.
Exactly. So the MASAGAMY are on their way out, it seems. They've had a few sighters. Oh, Lucas Barcher then pushing one down the leg for a wide.
I think Lucas Partridge tried to maybe just tuck him up a bit there after going for that 6. But that's a quality shot, Justin Gamble. 11 runs of 9 balls with a quality 6. Straight pass back over the bowler's head for 6. Lucas Partridge coming back to ball now. Justin Gamble flicks it in the leg side. Will they push for 2? There is a pocket there. Fielder comes around and they get the 2 runs. Very good batting here from the MASAGAMY.
As we look in the distance, we can see the MASAGAMY guys and their supporters. Last ball of the over here for Lucas Barcher. Just hit down the ground for 1 by Justin Gamble. Oh, sorry, there's a wide, so there was...
This is a quality start here from CPI Challenges. A little bit of a slow charge of MASAGAMY, but don't write them off. They got big hitters in the hut, and they normally play to see a few balls out, and they launch in a big end. JG Arendorf, 8 of 12. Justin Gamble, 14 of 11. 24 after 4 overs. But they won't be worried about that, because the final 10 is an explosive 10.
Justin Gamble on strike. Was well played. Justin Gamble just punched it down the ground for a single. Naldi van Buyun's third over has been pretty tight. He's only gone for 9. CPI Challengers will be happy with the start. I think they think anything under 150 they'll be able to chase. It's well played there by JG Ardenov, just nudging it to the extra cover region for 1.
This is a very, very good start here from CPI Challengers, not backing down. They putting on a fight here, as we see Naldi van Buyun running in. Justin Gamble flicks on the leg side. Fielder coming around, does some good work, cleans up. Just the 1 run.
Gets away, Naldi van Buyun gets away with the full toss, just for 1. That's a good looking shot there by...
That's all the way to 4.
Slapped it through the extra cover for 4. JG Ardenov. Unbelievable shot that. All the time in the world, it seemed. Used his feet. Watched it all the way. So, MASAGAMY looking to change gear here. Final ball of the 5th over. It's a good play there. JG Ardenov just uses his feet, just punches the extra cover for 1. So 5 overs done. The score is 32 for naught. JG Ardenov 14 of 15. Justin Gamble 16 of 13. I'm going to jump out the commentary hot seat, and Ricky's going to be joined by Mr. Wayne Grieve.
Ricky, it's great to join you in this commentary box. A steady start from MASAGAMY. They've gone about their job in a professional manner. The CPI Challengers look on song. Yesterday they looked a bit stiff and sore, but they definitely look like they up for this battle today, Ricky.
As you say, Mr. Arendorf goes in a pull shot. Will it go for 4? It does go for 4. What a shot. That's a quality shot. On the back foot, pulls it for 4 runs.
I'm just looking at Peter Patoya. He looks like he's carrying a little injury. Nothing worse than feeling it in your midriff. He knows that he's an important bowler. He's hurting. But they make them tough in Bloemfontein, don't they, Ricky?
Yes, Free State boys is a difficult breather. There's something that hot over there. Makes these boys very tough there. But take nothing unless. This is a quality start here from CPI Challenges. Giving them MASAGAMY a good challenge here. As we see there, good ball there. Looks like he has a little bit of a side strain or something. He keeps rubbing it over there.
He's a competitor that in the CPI Challenges, there's one team that can get as we watch this next level. This has gone straight up.
No man's land. Safe.
There's one team that MASAGAMY might not have wanted to play in the semi-finals. It might have been CPI Challengers. They're the type of team that can blow you away. They play a high power game, and if on their day a few guys come off, they could put big runs on the board. They've got to. Oh no, that's not what they want. So, but struggling a bit here. But MASAGAMY, Ricky, have just been, they go about their way, they're in so professionally. They only had 13 of their first 3 overs, and suddenly they're into the 6th over, and they now on 7 runs and over. So they always seem to be able to give themselves a base to launch from.
As we say that, we see one beautiful cover drive. A little shimmy down the track, and he smacks that one through the covers for 4 runs. Little shimmy, bang! 4 runs.
And JG Ardendorf, he's won a world championship before. 2011 on this ground. He was playing for Kings, South African side for Pretoria. 2 Pretoria teams in the final that year. And he came out on the winning team, so
a lot of experience.
And he runs between the wickets very hard, very good fielder. Bowls a bit of off spin. So a very useful all-round player to have in his team. And Gamble, he's a left-arm spinner, so in last man stands cricket you do need all-rounders, and they've got 2 of the finest at the crease here.
And Justin Gamble launches one high. Fielder coming underneath. Out! Caught! And Justin Gamble goes. What a good catch there, but a fielder down there. Bowler Martinell gets his first wicket from his first ball. Looks like the ball just deviated a little bit after it bounced.
I think he might have just been a little bit early on that shot, Gamble. Probably not hitting it.
Look at the awareness of Ardendorf, remembering he needs to go back for the double play.
Well, that is a steal. I think he actually did a steal. Is it in the timeline? It's been confirmed there's a steal.
He got a steal. That's quality cricket, Ardendorf. Well, I don't think it's so much a slow start because they know they've got the hitting power in the tank. I think it's purely building a partnership, putting a base for the team to launch the back in 10 overs.
Yeah, and the new batsman,
maybe that's their game plan?
Yeah, new batsman coming to the crease, John Johnson. We watched him yesterday, plays within himself. He's got a lovely back foot punch, elegant player to watch, and I think he will just, it'll be much of the same, yeah. He'll just keep knocking the ball around, putting away the bad ball, and then in the second 10 they've got some power hitters in the likes of Johan Fourie to come. So they've got everything to MASAGAMY, but I actually think of the 2 teams, CPI Challengers might be slightly more happy with the start.
As we see Jean Johnson, the new batsman in, taking his mark, facing up to Martinell, taking a wicket off his first ball.
And Ricky, the reason why I say that is that they are hitting with the wind here, MASAGAMY, in the first 10, and we've seen how the wind has played a factor all tournament.
And then we see a one going down the leg side. So, do you feel they need to capitalize on this half, hitting with the wind instead of going from the other side?
Well, the MASAGAMY bats so deep, and they've got power hitters that won't be worried where they're hitting. So, for most teams, we see.
Oh, cut shot.
So for most teams, they would be looking to take advantage of the hitting with the wind. But Masagamy seem to stick to their game plan, and as you said, they just build the platform and they go hard in the last 10 no matter what. And when you've got the likes of Johan Ferree to come, and there's a small boundary on the leg side, as long as they've got a platform, they'll be backing themselves for 9, 10 and over in those final 8 overs.
But take nothing away here from CPI challenges. Martinelli bowling a quality over here, taking a wicket, and now he needs to close this over. CPI challenges not going down without the fight. They are giving it to MASAGAMY. That's a good. Oh, it goes for a wide. Yes, I think MASAGAMY's game plan is here to build a base to launch from. And so far, they're not too far behind the run rate. 52 for 1 after 6.4.
I think being in a run chase will suit the CPR challengers. They got some power hitters in their quarter-final match. They got a bit. As we watch Nell continue, well bowled.
Oh, he gets back.
So in their quarter-final match, they almost got themselves into, well, they did get themselves into a spot of bother, but they managed to get out of it thanks to a brilliant knock from their number 8 batsman, Tommy Cock, who managed to, I think, get 37 runs on his own. They were 101 for 7, and he took them up to 137, and that innings was the difference. So I think now batting second, they'll know what they need to score. They've got the likes of Poucher to anchor the innings, and then they've got men all around him who can clear the ropes.
So this is going to be a crack of a game we're in here. So as we see here, Peter bowling his second over.
He's
and
injured.
Leg side, keeper misses it. Will it go for 4? Yes, it goes for 4 down the hill.
I feel for Peter Patoya, Ricky. He was outstanding early in the tournament. He's carrying a side injury, and he's not himself today.
He's been wrapping that side strain, so that's definitely affecting his follow through, his action when he's bowling. So maybe that one just going down the leg side a bit, feeling that side strain as he comes back to bowl now.
It's well fielded by Nell out there. I think it's one of those things when you're carrying a little bit of injury there, get some deep heat, and while it's warm, I think he might have to bowl his 4 overs through here. And if they do make it to the final, they'll have to call the best physio Cape Town has to offer.
But nonetheless, when you look at that, that's 2 quality balls. After that 4 runs, 2 balls straight to the fielder for 1 run. That's a good comeback. But Peter won't go down without a fight. He will keep going because he knows his team needs him. He's a top contender here.
So Jandra Johnson, he's the wicketkeeper batsman. Stylish player. And what I've seen about him, he normally goes first sort of 8 to 10 deliveries. He just knocks it around. As you see, Ardendorf just pushing down the ground for 1. And he gets himself in like every good batsman, just needs a bit of time to get in, and that's why they've got him in number 3. And when he puts the accelerator on, it's great to watch. Ricky really hits it to all areas. Stylish player.
Oh, look at that cut shot. Just for 1. Here's Wayne following up on Jandra Johnson. What a quality knock he played here yesterday. He hits a ball a long way when he gets in eventually. But I think that's the game plan. Get yourself a base, and then from there the team launches. As we see now, MASAGAMY, 62 runs for 1 after 8 overs. J.G. Ardendorf, 31 runs, 24. Jandra Johnson, 10 runs of 6 balls. They're busy building a platform here. Not giving in to weight. Looks like Martin now will bowl his second over. On strike now, Jandra Johnson. Yesterday hit a few big sixes straight back past the bowler. So let's see what his game plan will be here now.
We saw in the opening day, you see the leg bar. Jandra Johnson was facing the quick bowler from New York. One of the bowlers of the tournaments. He got down on one knee and he played that shot and hit him into the cricket nets. So that's one shot to look out for. But his back foot punch is his signature shot. Just rocks back and he...
There we go, what a shot. Just for 1 run.
So Nell just struggling here with his line and length. He's their 5th bowler. Still got a spin option to come in do the challenges. But he needs to just get his line right here, does Nell.
Jerry Arendorf lifts it up, but not lifted up good enough. Just a 1 run. Masagamy here. Arendorf 31. Chandra Johnson 11. He's on strike now. Chandra Johnson will start to be launching from here now. Alright, puts a little deft touch in cover just for 1 run.
I definitely think Johnson will push it around for a little bit longer. I feel Arendorf's the player that needs to go now, and I think that will be the tactics.
You think Wayne they will try to just see it out till the 10 over, swap sides, and then launch maybe from the other side? Now you got batsmen in out. Shot!
No,
Straight back!
To answer your question, Ricky, no. I think they will.
6 runs.
To answer your question, no. I think they're going to keep going, yeah. I think Arendorf is he's now got his mindset on taking it to the opposition, yeah. Only 1 down. The platform's been built. It's hard to see how they'll get bowled out from here. So I feel with the depth of the batting, they're not worrying about number 7 or 8 not being able to bat. With some teams worry about they bat all the way down. So I feel he's just going to try to get to his 50 as quick as possible. And I think Chandra Johnson will just take a few more balls to knock it around. And then I think he'll look to get going in the second 10. That's just from how we've seen them approach it in previous games.
As we see Lucas Boucher into the bowling here. They're pushing for 2 runs here. Good shot here for Chandra Johnson, just like Wayne said now. He'll push it around and he just does that. He pushes one in the covers. Comes back for easy 2. Bowler Lucas Boucher.
That's his signature shot. It's great batting yet. Just understanding of not to hit it too hard. The CPI challenges, they've got some big men out there and they're just moving the ball into gaps and making the men from Bloemfontein do some hard yards here. And that's very clever batting. It's not all about the 4s and 6s. And Johnson playing high percentage cricket here.
Wayne Chandra Johnson, very easy on the eye, eh?
Very much
so.
so.
Beautiful when he's batting. Good stance, good shot selections, quality batsman all around, eh?
Last ball of the 10 is Arendorf going to try and take advantage here. He felt he needed a boundary there. This is a game on, folks. Masagamy hitting with the wind in the first 10. The wind's not as strong as yesterday, but 80 is about par. I think the projected score is 159. They'll be looking for maybe a little bit more than that, but I think 159 would be competitive. Great hit by Arendorf. Fielder comes around. Talk me through Boucher there. What's happened there, Ricky? Is he trying to get some shine off the ball with that throw?
No, I think he just tried to blast that one as hard as he can, but it slipped out and hit the pitch over there. Maybe more about the frustration. Looking at the last 10 balls here, they've been doing 1, 1, 1, 6, 2, 2, 1, dot 2. So that's the changeover. 10 overs down, 80 for 1. J.D. Arendorf, 40 for 28. Chandra Johnson, 17 for 12. And I think platform is laid here. I think it's time for power play here. Masagamy going to go at it now. CPI challenges, bowling very, very well here.
Yeah, it's going to be the left arm spin of Corner Boyson. So that's the 10 over mark done, and we're going to have a change of bowler, and we're going to have a change of commentator, Simon Melbers, to join me in the commentary box. And Simon, you join at an interesting time of the game.
Yeah, thanks, Wayne. Good to be back in here to watch some. It's been a cracking game so far. So MASAGAMY's good scoring to win, hitting with the win there, Wayne. But you should see how they approach this second 10. If they look to work the ball around the corner or just keep blazing away.
I think Boyson. I think Johnson's close to going up. You might have a look a few more. You see, that's the way he plays. I think it feels to me that the tactics here is for Ardendorf to try and get to his 50 as quickly as possible, and for Jandre Johnson to knock it around for the next few overs and then go hard at the back end. Let's have a look and see how it goes here.
So Corne Boyson, he bowled beautifully yesterday in the quarterfinal, Wayne, and if you saw his spell, but I thought he actually really changed the game in that quarterfinal.
Yeah, just wicket to wicket. The batsman misses, he hits.
Oh, and this is out towards long off, but just going to be a couple of bounces to the fielder.
So this has always been the harder end to score from in this tournament. In general, the scores have been slightly lower from this 10, Simon.
Yeah, it's probably with the wind and the boundary size, not as big a factor today on this wicket, but it's generally about a 10-15 run difference at least between the two ends.
Yeah, I think up until now it's been 20, but you're right, today isn't. I don't think that the gap will be as big. But MASAGAMY, that gap probably is less of a factor with the power hitting that they've still got to come.
It's a beautiful shot there by Jandre. He looks a very correct player, doesn't he? Nice
correct,
high elbow.
Correct. And I've seen him do this, Simon. He just knocks it around, and then suddenly he puts the afterburners on.
I was actually speaking to his dad yesterday or the day before. A lovely man, and told me he's thoroughly enjoying watching all the action. And Rian van der Merwes, I was just speaking his father down below before. And he's just come down from Joburg today, but he's been watching on Facebook all week.
The new bowler, H.D. De Lange. This is the sixth bowler used. And is it that time, Simon? Is it the time where Jandre just decides to change his approach, or is he going to knock it around for one or two more overs? That's well bowled. Great start from H.D. De Lange here.
Bowled nicely yesterday, but I just feel this could be the matchup here for that MASAGAMY want. The off spinner from this side, hitting to the shorter side with the spin.
Ooh. And he's right, Simon. He is looking at that, but this is a bit of pressure bolting on Jandre Johnson for the first time in this tournament.
Nice line by H.J. De Lange. He's just keeping it outside. He's almost bowling at the keeper's right glove as you look at on screen there. That's a good line, I think, just making him reach. One's probably a little bit too wide. He went right foot that time.
It's good composure from Johnson. He's played and missed it too. A lot of other players would feel the pressure. Then just watch that ball carefully.
Oh, there's the fully. Bill's called no ball, and it's been hit for 4.
He hasn't quite got hold of that, but that's not what H.D. De Lange wanted. First two deliveries were bang on, and that's just a buffet ball.
Rightly called no ball as well. So free hit here. This an off spinner on a free hit. This is never a good thing. Oh, and it's a wide, so he's going to have to bowl that again. Pressure here for De Lange.
And this is what happens when you take the game deep. MASAGAMY only 1 wicket down, and suddenly this game's turning on its head with 1 over. The pressure's right on the bowler here. He's got away with that, De Lange.
So Jandre, he's just losing his shape a little there. I don't know if he just balance not quite right or what's happening, but he's just losing his shape a little. Hands probably going a bit too hard at the ball. This wicket's good to bat on.
There's been a lot of cricket on these wickets over the last few weeks with different competitions before the last man stands competition. So the wickets, they're playing well. The first game was 160, but there is something in for the bowler, Simon. There's a little bit of variable bounce occasionally, so it's not a road. It's certainly not an AstroTurf wicket.
No, yeah, I mean, we did see around 350 runs in the first game, so it's a decent wicket, but the odd ball just holding there, that's a better shape there from Johnson. Doesn't quite time it, but nice bowling there from Boyson.
And this is well set up for Johan Puri. I would be surprised if he's going to bat 5 or 6. He might just send him up to number 4.
Yeah, might as well. Why not throw the trump card in there? If he gets a quick 550, then they're going to be absolutely flying. As that's a great shot there by JG. That's how Jondre Johnson needs to play. Just wait, hit it nice and late, and pick the gaps.
So yeah, it's very good from Ardendorf. I was saying earlier, Simon, he played in the Kings team in 2011, so he's got a World Champs medal in his cabinet back home, and he'll be looking to add to it.
It's better from Arnendorf, and that's in the gap again. Don't think it'll be 4. Nice fielding down there by... That's that Peter Patu down there, or... Can't quite make out the name on the shirt. We're 48 now for Arnendorf. So he'll be looking to just get to his 50 here.
It's a great shot. Well fielded by Boucher out there.
Moves well for a big man, doesn't he, Boucher?
They all do. They're big men, but they throw their bodies around, and it's been a long week. And
Ardendorf zoomed in, he's focused here. He was trying to take strike again, and that time he said, that's your 50, pal, you're going to have to head off. The great knock by JG Ardendorf.
And it's just a delay to see who's going to come into Boucher. We haven't seen Peter Boyson yet there. So the Boyson's the bowler. Peter Boyson normally opens the batting for the Masagamy side, and I don't know if he's been picked today, Simon, or if he might be rested for potential final. I'm surprised that he hasn't been out there. They went for the left-handed gamble at opening.
Interesting call. Maybe he's carrying a slight niggle or something, but surprised he's not playing. I rated him highly with the bat, but it's not Johan Free here.
I think it's Van Billion. Let's have a look closely at the scorecard, but to me that looks like Van Billion coming in.
He also hits a long ball, Wayne. So
he's a great cricketer, Simon. I think he's a great bowler. Let's just check it. Yes, it's Van Billion. He's been one of the standout players for me of the tournament. All-rounder. He's just as accomplished with the ball as at the bat. And I think the tournament dream team, he would be in it for me.
We've just been sorting out all the awards and medals up here, and they look fantastic. We have got baggy caps for players who make the tournament dream team, Wayne. So it'd be interesting to see who gets one of those. You might have to have a look throughout the day.
I think we need to get some stats from our statisticians on how that's tracking. The Dhaka Warriors, Lobon, the skiddy customer, he'll certainly be in there.
He's the top bowler at the moment, Wayne.
Yeah, and just from what I've seen, Van Billion looks like someone you'd want in your team, mainly because he can bowl and bat, and all-rounders in last man stands are so crucial.
We've just got a little bit intel here. Wayne's going to take us through of how it's standing at the moment for the batsmen, bowlers and all-rounders in the dream team.
So we've got Justin Reynolds, Kieran Foss. We've got Aman from Dhaka Warriors. We've got Shakot, Masood. As we look at, just pushed out through to the offside for 1. We've got Vian Meyer and Lobon. So teams represented from the Bangladesh teams are dominating there. The Kamikaze Bumblebees have got Vian Meyer.
So just an interesting phase of the game here. Obviously, H.J. De Lange just under a bit of pressure in his last over, but the new batsman, Van Biljon, so is he going to have a look at a few here? I feel for the interest of the team, he should just keep on going hard, but he's got to get himself in. Oh, he comes down the wicket, through the keeper though, and it's going to be by, so that's a chance. It was a chance there, but unfortunately not taken.
It's definitely the more difficult end to bat today, Simon. That's just keeping a bit low down at that end. And you just can see that with the way MASAGAMY are just struggling to time the ball. If Johnson's struggling to time it, then you know that it's not a road.
Yeah, I was out there having a look earlier, Wayne, as that one's clubbed down to long on for one. But there's just a little bit less grass towards that side. There's still, through the middle of the wicket, there's still a bit more. There's still plenty of grass coverage and seems to be playing fairly true. But just at the ends with the batsman and the bowler's feet and running through, there's a little bit less grass, maybe a little bit looser, so the spinners will definitely come into it. But the middle still playing quite true, still coming down, plenty of pace and bounce.
The CPI challengers, for me, when they bat, when they hit in with the wind from the other end that we're bowling from now, that's the end that they're going to need to try and target, because it looks like MASAGAMY on track for 160. And they got a very good bowling lineup.
So 80 for 1 at 10. So just the 32. Oh, and another, is that a missed stumping there as well?
Well, ball by Corne Boyson, doing the job for his team here. Just wicket to wicket. And this one gets a bit of bounce there, Simon. So
yeah, just still good in the middle there. That one's just a bit back for length. He's pushing it through. Is that one? It's in the gap. It should be two. Johnson in and out, going to the danger end and comfortably home. So Boyson, I don't know if guys, the first over, they're almost playing him like an off spinner, but then they realise he actually is just bowling seam up.
He's usually just trying to go wicket to wicket and try and cramp the guys for room. And Johnson trying to mow that one across leg side. And this time he does. He's finally got hold of one. This is Van Biljon, sorry.
Geez, that's gone a long way. That's hit the top deck of the roof up here. I don't know if we're going to get that ball back.
So we've got a little hatch here on the main oval where some spare balls has been stored away. And we're going to get another one out there now. It's a new ball. It's been thrown to Talani.
Beautiful up here. We've got all the Heineken umbrellas up here on the deck and the crowd just building here. A few of the teams who have played earlier in the day are all in. They're excited to watch these finals. Of course, all 36 teams started in the main event, so they've played against or know of these guys across the tournament, so excited to see how it finishes up on this final day. Oh, that's high. This could be out, Wayne.
Not going to carry. Boucher comes around. They could get two. Need a strong arm.
It's a long hit out there towards the deep cover boundary, and Van Biljon just chunking that one.
So Johnson's struggled a bit, but can he get going? Yeah. That's going to be just short. They're hitting into the wind, yeah.
They need a club up here.
Maybe they didn't go hard enough in their first 10, Simon, but they still managed to find 40 of the first 5 here, of the second 10. So although they're not hitting out the middle, they're still scoring freely here.
Yeah, so they're 8 and over for the first 10, and we thought they'd slow up a little. They've upped it slightly, only by extra 2 runs across the 5 overs, so a couple of wickets might happen, but I feel like that 160 mark, but they've still got the power of Johan Free to come, and if he gets going, I mean, they could be 180.
It's well bowled from De Lange. That's where you want to be.
Interesting watching the dynamics of how the batsmen approach here. We saw in the last game that Bangladesh sides, they're so wristy and so good. They're taking balls, similar line to that, but over square leg for 6, but John Jay going to long off. This is another one. Jeez, that's over our head here in the commentary box. Pings off the roof again. And I think umpire Talani's going to have to go to that magic hatch.
And sitting in the commentary box, Simon, I've got used to the sound of the noise on the roof. And that one sounded like it hit the other side of the roof. It was a softer bang, which makes me think it hit on the downslope of a roof.
Could be on the hockey pitches behind us here. So massive the hit there from Van Billion. And he goes again.
Oh, and that's the wristy shot you're talking about.
That one should come back. It's just pitched in the gutter, coming down. And one hand, one bounce. Ooh.
So Van Billion showing his class. And
it looked like it was actually a wrist spinner there from De Lange.
Flick of the wrist from Van Billion.
Oh, and again.
Again, what a player this man is.
Flat heads. Ooh, Jesus. Close there by the spectators just joining us here, coming in. There's plenty in today, but that's been hit sweet as a whistle.
That's 3 in a row, Simon.
De Lange coming under fire here. We did say the off-spin matchup could be a tough one for him. So now look at that projected score now. In the space of 3 balls, it's gone from 160 up to just a tick under 180.
Van Billion, 29 of 11. Oh, and I don't think we've got enough balls in that hatch this time. Tulani's been very busy this over. And another one comes out.
So I think he's looking for it here. He's just trying to fetch, but the fielder's still just looking around in the car park here. Oh, and it's come back. So great work by the long-on fielder.
So Van Billion, this man can do everything. Great bowling action. 6-6-6.
4 sixes in the last 10 balls here. This one's going to spin away from the fielder. Should be 2. It's going to come back. So great running as well. That's one of the key things that MASAGAMY have done. They've balanced nicely between hitting boundaries and then running 1s and 2s. Only 1 dot ball in the last 10 deliveries here.
And they never, not one game they played in this tournament they had to worry about wickets in hand. They've never been in a situation at the 10 over mark where they're 3 or more wickets down. So it allows the likes of Van Billion and Fourie just to come in and use all their talent and just see the ball hit the ball. And Van Billion, you were just alluding it to Simon that some of the Bangladeshi teams have got those snap of the wrist, and Van Billion's also got that in his armour. He wasn't quite to the pitch of a few of those deliveries, but he just used his wrist and kept his head still, and that's a game-changing over.
Yeah, massive there. It's 21 off that over. So Peter Patu back into the attack. So I think this is good. They need to make the change. That's a lovely shot there from Jandre Johnson. Just let the ball come into the butt and open the face slightly. And it flew away through gully, backward point, but just a single.
Now they do say it's important to bat in pairs, and Jandre Johnson just struggling with his timing, but realising that Marco van Billion is seeing it like a beach ball, and he's just giving the strike back to him. It was good team play. Just loses his shape there, Van Billion, but that must still run away for 4.
It is going away, and they've got that man at fine leg, very fine. There's a big gap at square leg, and the mid-wicket fielder.
So Van Billion, on that occasion, not keeping his shape, but watch his head goes up, but he still manages to get away for a boundary.
He's trying to hit that through long on, and just flew away. He's swinging it so hard, and into the hedges here.
35 from 13.
That's better. Nice change up there from Patu. Just rolled his fingers there. So Jandre Johnson, 38 off 27. He can just go now, I think, Wayne. Oh, full toss. It's going to be a no ball.
He didn't need to catch it. That was irrelevant whether he caught that or not. But Johnson's just struggling with his timing, Simon. Look, I mean, I don't think many people are going to hit that one for 6.
He was down the wicket as well, so he's just got a 16-yard beamer. But so free hit here.
There we go. He's hit that one. Oh, the wind is strong against Simon. He's hit that cleanly, hasn't he? And it's just held up into the wind.
It's a big cheer from the CPI Challengers crowd down here. They've missed the free hit signal, thought it was out, so they'll be confused. That's a beautiful shot.
I thought that was 6, Simon, as it came with the bat, but the wind's picked up again.
Ooh, and that one's going to be another 4. Straight through square leg, so Patu just under a bit of pressure. He's bowled a few full tosses in this over. And the CPI Challengers really on the back foot here, weighing that projected score now above 180.
And Marco van Biljon, 40 from 15. See how he went deep in his crease there, Simon, and he didn't quite get that out the middle, but it's raced away for 4 nonetheless.
And Martin Nell, he's back now, so he bowled very nice. He got picked up the wicket, 1 for 16 off 2. But this is a different ball game now, Wayne. It's go time for Masagamy. 15 deliveries remaining. They'll be looking to score at least another 40, I'd imagine. Oh, and this could be in the gap again. The fielder will get round this time, but it's another 2.
So the CPI Challengers started very well. Masagamy only had 13 from the first 3 overs. The last 14 overs, it's been all Masagamy.
Oh, this could be out though. It's not going to get there, is it? Just holding in the wind again. The length that the Masagamy guys been hitting it when they get it, they almost better have been 5 in and off the boundary to try and catch those ones they don't quite.
It's just hard to know because of the likes of Van Biljon, even though it's a steep, big wind, he hasn't had any problem clearing the boundary.
When he has, he's been hitting it 20 metres past.
This is a good little over here for Martinell. They need this, the CPI Challengers. If they can finish strongly and keep Masagamy under 180, they'll believe they've got a half a chance here. They've got some power hitters of their own. Oh, bowled.
Just a bit toe in there from Van Biljon. You see a shot of the wicket there. You can see what we were talking about before. At the end, just a little bit less grass. But down the middle, still plenty of healthy grass and the ball coming on. And been some towering 6s here so far today. That's well bowled. Very well bowled by Martinell. We might still concede 2. It's a big hit out there. Plenty of acreage. And it's well played by Jandre Johnson.
That's smart cricket. He's struggled to go over mid-on. He's had a few attempts of trying to clear mid-on and mid-off, and he's just hit it straight to them. On that occasion, he's chosen to just tinker into the offside and 2 from the outset.
Is this Lucas Boucher again, Wayne? Or Nord Van Biljon, perhaps?
No, this is Boucher, I think.
Yeah, sorry, that's Nord down there, long on.
So Boucher back into the attack for his last over.
There's got to go block hole, I think, if he can. Wide block hole. Well bowled.
Good start from Boucher. So the timeline is looking a bit better here for the men from Bloemfontein. After that fort went 2-1.121. They will be hoping to keep that trend going here for the last 9 deliveries.
Ooh, slow ball bouncer. It's another 6. I think you've just done the completed there, Wayne.
Yeah, I felt it coming as he was running in there. And that's Jandre Johnson's 50. He wasn't at his best, but he still got 51 off 33, so that's what good players do, Simon. They find a way.
I definitely just see it out the back of the hand, just dragged it down and was really just asking to be walloped, wasn't it?
Still got to put them away though, Simon. And Jandre Johnson comes in at number 3, 51 from 33. And his team's well set up now with Johan Fourie coming to the crease.
Yeah, it was the stability they needed. They lost Gamble relatively early, so Jandre just came and just provided a steady rock, but still managed to get a 50 at around over 150 strike rate, so that's well done. And now the big guns in. I would not be wanting to bowl to Johan Fourie in these last 8 deliveries. Where would you go to Johan here, Wayne, if you had the ball in hand?
I'd go down to third, man.
Hamstring. So, Boucher in here, look at the open stance from Fourie. It's only going one direction here. Oh, but he's...
That's not the direction you thought.
No.
But it's first ball, Simon. It's not easy to come in, as you all know. First ball and try and take it over mid-wicket. You do need a sight or two. And also, Van Billion's going well, so good cricket from Johan Fourie. Just saying, over to you, Van Billion.
Oof, big swing. Oh, wow. That's another massive one there. Just going to plug into the hedges here.
Into the wind again, Simon. So, Van Billion, he's a clean striker of the ball. But it's not a slog. Watch out. He's compact. He stays down and hits it late. Watch how late he hits it. Wait. And right under his eye.
Head stayed right down at contact as well. That's the key there. Swung right through the... And the fielder just watches it drop over his head into the flower bed. So last over here. The 190 definitely on the cards for MASAGAMY. It's going to be that man Noddy, Nord van Biljon with ball in hand.
He's been the pick of the bowlers this tournament for the CPI Challengers. He's bowling to Johan Fourie with the wide open stance. Well bowled.
He's just got that bit of extra pace compared to the other bowlers, doesn't he, Wayne? Just that extra yard.
Yeah, that's correct. And also, I think he likes bowling the death. He likes the battle. I think he's played a high standard of cricket in Bloemfontein. He's got lovely action. Van Billion wants to. Comes around. Fielder, it's going to be tight. It's in safely so. Van Billion, he deserves a 50. He's just 2 away from his 50.
Just push the single and get the other end and try and get the 50 with a single.
I think he's looking to do it this ball.
Oof, I can't be far away from off stump there.
So this is a great over here from Nord van Billion. Van Billion versus Van Billion here. Marco to Nord.
So we see the Dakar Warriors guys below us.
Well bowled, yeah, Nord van Billion.
Oof. Good wheels by Johan Fourie. Manages to get through. That was a heavyweight sprint race there, Wayne. Johan Fourie versus Nord van Biljon.
What an over here from Nord van Biljon. Just keeping his team involved in the hat. He just doesn't want to concede a 6 off this last ball, a home run. That momentum shift will be a killer blow for them. But if you can find a dot or a 1 or a 2 here, just feel like they'll have some belief.
Oh, that's beautifully well bowled. Johan Fries just doing a bit of breakdancing there at the crease and gets through for a single. So great over there by Noord van Biljon. Only the 5 offered, including the 2-leg buys.
Outstanding over. It's going to be a tough ask here, Simon, but he's just given the CPI challengers some hope here. If he conceded 14-15 and they're chasing 190, that would feel like it would almost be over, Simon, with the MASAGAMY lineup. But the wind and the small boundary hitting with the wind could come into play, and if they can get 100 off hitting with the wind, break it down that way, and then only require 80 of the last 10 hitting into the wind, then you never know.
No, definitely. It's going to be tricky. They've got to go all guns blazing up front, but the wickets is the key. If they can get to the turn, only being 2 down, then I give them a sniff. But just if they're 3 or 4 down at the turn, then they're going to be in a bit of strife. But CPI challengers, they got good body language here as they come off the pitch, all giving a clap and chest out. So I think they've got a bit of belief. As I think we're just going to have a look at the overall tournament here. Going to have a look at the dream team while our man in the hot seat, Ross, as we see it now. So Reynolds, Foss, then we've got Shaful Islam from Dakar Warriors, Aman Ullah Rahman, Dakar Warriors, Zakaria Masood, Tech, and Arafah Rahman from Tech. Vihan Maya from Kamikaze Bumblebees, he's one of the bowlers, and then Naeem Loban, the gun bowler for Dakar Warriors. So that's the current dream team for the tournament. And I think there'll be a few MASAGAMY players falling in there as their semi and then the final. Should they make it, gets underway, or a few CPI challengers will come into there. Wouldn't be surprised if our man MVP Noord van Biljon or his namesake Marco van Biljon feature. So we just see the players filing in here from the other fields. Dakar Warriors down here getting ready for the final, which is going to commence sometime after the second semi. As we look at the bracket there, Dakar Warriors sitting pretty in the final. They've booked their spot, the world number 4. And is it going to be MASAGAMY, the world number 1, or CPI challengers, the world number 19? 180 to win is what the CPI boys from Blum need. Of course, this is the second semi of the LMS World Championships of 2022 here at the beautiful Western Province Cricket Club in Cape Town, South Africa. It's been a cracking week, started last Sunday with the group games. And look at that view there, sat here at the commentary box looking out across Table Mountain. Absolutely stunning facility, stunning view. And we can't wait to watch this final. We can just see the lights in the distance there. That's from Newland Stadium. I think there's actually a game on there today. Western Province up against the Gauteng Lions. So that'll be a cracker as well. Might see if we can get a score from there throughout the second innings. It's MASAGAMY bowlers just off in the distance. They're just having a bit of a warm-up. You can see the big left armer, Harry Klutti. Yeah, it's a big unit, and he'll definitely be hitting this wicket hard. They've got some other strong bowlers, though, Johan Fourie. And we're just about to swing across now to our man on the ground, Ross Kaywood. He's got a few of the players lined up for an interview, so we'll send it down to you now, Ross.
With me, I have Gavin Finch from the CPI Challengers. It was pretty tough out there, some brutal hitting by the MASAGAMY.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, they're a very competitive team. We definitely did expect this. I think we actually did well with the batting to restrict them to a 162 or 164 score. So, the guys had a little bit of a stiffness today, and there's a couple of fat muscles also not in for the day. But, I think this is very targetable for us to get.
You guys have got some big hitters. You've shown that all week. You guys confident you can chase down the target, get a place in the final?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think we just need to cope. We need to have a good start, obviously, but then also not losing our heads, you know. So if you can push through to I want to say about 70, 80 after 10, then we're definitely there. Just need to keep wickets in hand.
I'll let you get your pads on. All the best. Good luck.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Next up with me, Shadian from the Dhaka Warriors. Well done on making the final. You guys excited? Come close.
Yeah, of course. This is the first time that a Bangladeshi team is playing the World Champs final, so we are proud that we could make our nation proud. We are going to try our best and play the finals.
It's been an unfortunate tournament for you. You picked up an injury, otherwise you would be playing. Is there any team news for you guys that's going to change for the final?
We will play the same side probably that has played the semi-finals. We have a decent side. We have a good combination of cricketers with left-arm bowlers, right-arm and good paces. So no changes probably.
On the live stream, there's lots of people watching in Bangladesh. Are you guys going to feel the pressure?
Yeah, definitely, because we are holding the whole nation's pressure in our shoulders right now. So we are excited, but we are excited to win this. We think we are a decent side and we can challenge the world number one, but never again. Then again, we'll give our 100%.
Well, go well and good luck.
Thank you so much, sir.
Next I have with me MASAGAMY Marco van Booyen, all-rounder. Unbelievable hitting. There was 5 huge sixes.
Yeah, I mean, that was basically my job to come in to try and up the run rate a bit, so I'm glad I could do it for the team.
You also probably one of the quicker bowlers here. You enjoying the week?
Yeah, it's been good. Just a bit of a struggle running into the wind sometimes, but I mean, we are in Cape Town, so you can expect something like that. But it's been a good week so far, so let's hope for the best for the remainder of the tournament.
At the team meeting, was that the score that you guys were looking to post?
Yeah, I think we came here a bit earlier to watch the previous game, and I think both teams were scoring about 180, 170. So we thought, well, it was a used wicket, so if we can get close to that, that should give us a good idea and a good target to defend. So we're quite happy with what we scored, and we back our bowlers to defend it.
All the best, go well.
Thank you very much.
But back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Ross. Another superb segment down there, and great to hear from all the guys. Marco van Booyen batted superbly. And, of course, Shani and Taneem, the Dakar Warriors managers, letting us know what's going on with their side and looking ahead. So MASAGAMY just huddling up over towards their designated area they've picked for themselves for the week. And the CPI challengers down here underneath us in the pavilion, they're just padding up. Our umpires have made their way out there. Umpire Talani just chatting to the groundsman over there as we just look along the mountain ridge top of the beautiful Table Mountain. Superb. A little bit of the cloud just sitting in on top there. You can just see a little bit of breeze, not as much as there has been the other days. Just see the tops of the trees just blowing around a little bit. So we look at the scorecard there. J.G. Ardendorf, 50 off 33. Justin Gamble, 17 off 16. Was the only wicket to fall. John Joe Johnson batted nicely, stayed within himself, 51 off 33. Marco van Booyen, he absolutely blazed away, 49 off 23. And then Johan Farid just came at the end, only faced the 3 deliveries and managed to run a ball. And for the bowlers, Noord van Booyen, North for 19 off his 4. He bowled superbly without taking a wicket. Lucas Bouch, a little bit expensive, 35 off his 4. Peter Patu just had a 1 bad over there with a couple of no balls and some streaky boundaries. Martinell, 1 for 22 off 3. Corne Boyson bowled nicely. North for 24 off his 3. And then the off spinner H.J. DeLunger, unfortunately, took a bit of tap. Just trying to protect the small boundary to the leg side. So the players all out there now. Just Johan Free just doing a little run up there. I don't think he's going to take the new ball here. So look at that, MASAGAMY, 388 games, the last man stands. Win ratio of 59.54%. They're the number 1 ranked side in the world and haven't lost in their last 5. CPI challengers from Bloemfontein. They've still played a lot of LMS, 102 matches, 71 wins, and almost a 70% win ratio. So not used to losing, are the boys from Bloem. They're ranked 4th in South Africa, and they're ranked 19th in the world, so fantastic from them. So Gamble for the first over, the left arm spinner, and punched away nicely. So it should be Lucas Boucher, the skipper, and then Kyle Pretorius, KP, at the other end, and that was Kyle that just knocked the first ball away. Joined in the commentary box by our man Ricky. What have you made of it so far, Rick?
Good afternoon, Simon. Oh, what a beautiful day so far. This is a quality innings here. Nice comeback from MASAGAMY. Quality cricket all around here.
Well, they really accelerated well in the back half, didn't they? Got 99 runs in the last 20. It's well bowled by Gamble. Just takes the inside edge, just going on with the arm. And away for a single.
Yeah, they were off to a bit of a slow start in the beginning, building a platform and giving them a platform to launch at the back end there over there. They did an incredible job with that.
Oh, full toss. Just below the waist, I think, but a bit of a loose one from Gamble, normally very accurate. Thankfully, just for him, it's just punched away for a single. You see there, wasn't expecting it. It's comfortably below the waist, but just a rare loose one. Another single now, so nice steady start for CPI, just trying to limit the dot balls and get themselves going, get used to the wicket.
Simon, I believe Mr. Lucas Boucher is a quality batsman, big hitter, eh?
Yeah, he does. He's very good on the cut shot as well, so I don't know if MASAGAMY have done their homework, but he really loves the cut. Anything short and wide, I expect to see it flying away down there to backward point.
But I don't think CPI Challenge is going to back down here. I think they're going to keep fighting here.
Have you ever heard of someone from Bloemfontein backing down?
Never. They are quality over there. They make them strong down there. Just happy to have them part of the Last Man Stand World Champs tournament. Thank you, CPI Challengers, for being part of our tournament. Quality. Thank you.
So Johan free now. Ball in hand. Short ball first up. And called one for the over by umpire Tulani, but always like to see a quick bowler just loosen himself up with a short one. So right on the money there. So Free normally shapes the ball away from the right-handers. Oof. And again, nice hard length. Looking for that cut shot is KP. But not able to connect.
Simon, there's two good balls over there. There's two good quality dot balls. Good bowling over there. Umpire's conversion. Just making sure on the scorecard here now.
Just double checking. I'm not sure what the issue is, but sure Tulani will sort it out. Now we can carry on with the game quickly.
CPI Challengers. Bowling quality coming back into the game nicely here.
So, of course, this is the second semi-final of the World Championships. Dakar Warriors have already booked their place. So, from the teams you've seen today so far, who are you backing for the final? Dakar Warriors or one of these two?
Well, at the moment, the favourites are Max Army, but don't take it away from CPI Challengers. I think they're going to go down fighting it. They've got some big hitters in their lineup. And I think once there's two batsmen now, Kyle Pretorius, Lucas Boucher, once they put on a partnership here, and in the back end they can also launch. And I see it's quite a big target here. 176 needed off 93 balls.
Yeah, they are under a bit of pressure, but as you say, if they go off to a good start, even if they get 70, 80 off the first 10, that one's a little tickle off the inside edge. It's going to race away for 4, so that's a bit of luck that they maybe need to get themselves going here. Just length and, it's not missed leg peg by much there, Ricky. Away for 4.
Just like that, you need some luck in this game, and then he's got some luck over there. And it gives them 4 runs. Kyle Pretorius, 7 of 6. Lucas Boucher, 2 of 2. These two will build a partnership here up front for the first 5 or 6. and then a back in, the next batsman's come in, they can maybe launch.
Yeah, I've got some big hitters. H.J. DeLonga, he hits a long ball.
A little scoop.
Ooh. It's gone the reverse ramp there. Interesting from Pretorius. I don't know if I'll be brave enough to. Johan Free doesn't exactly bowl slow. Don't really want to get one on the melon.
Yeah, that's not my cup of tea to do that against Johan Free. But CPI challenges backing himself here. Oh, not a good ball. This is a quality over here from Johan Free. Brilliant bowling. Nice shape movement off the deck. And that is 9 runs for 0 after 2 overs. Just a recap. Masagamy batted first, scored 180. Target for CPI challenges to chase 181.
Yeah, it was really solid by Masagamy. They got 80 in the first 10, hitting with the wind, and then swung around in the back half. They had wickets in hand. They'd only lost the 1, so they just went for broke and managed to strike an even 100 in the second 10. So a fantastic total as we see Big Jerry into the attack, the left armour. I think he could be a handful here. Oof.
Oh,
nice start.
And that's by.
Leg by, I think. No, there's a bit of a double signal there from the umpire.
Yes. Carl Pretorius on strike now, 7 on 8. He needs to get going here. CPI challenges needs him to fire here.
Bowls a heavy ball, doesn't he?
He bends the back and he gets in there. Carl Pretorius got a very low stance. He gets down quite low.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what you call it. He's almost like crouched down there.
Yes, almost like he's expecting the short ball to come. Just look how low he gets. Look here.
His elbow is almost sitting in behind his pad flap
100%.
there. So. But nicely worked away for a single. And this will bring the skipper, Lucas Boucher, back on strike. He's been the rock of the batting for CPI. He normally plays with it himself. Just moves the ball around the field. He loves a cut shot. So anything wide, I imagine he'll try and tuck into.
There's his cut shot, as we talked about it. Goes away 4 runs. Good shot.
So just a bit of width and slashed away for 4. Spoke about his cut. Look at his bit short, bit wide. Thank you very much. Pierces the gap and a good effort down there, but runs away.
That's a top shot, Mr. Boucher. Be proud of that one. CPI challenges right in here. Taking their time to get themselves in, building a small partnership so they can launch in the back end. Gerard Klute coming back into bowl here.
Oh,
edges! Where's it going? Keeper's going. Oh, and he's safe.
Just looking to play a little pickup shot there over to the leg side. Just gets the leading edge. See him here, he's trying to flip this around the corner off the back of the bat and straight up. Lands right in between. John Joe Johnson was going and just pitches in front of him there. So a bit of luck for CPI again, but you got to make hay while the sun is shining.
Looks like Van Balloon is the next bowler. Yes, Van Balloon is the next bowler. I think CPI challenges. They're aware of Masagamy's attack. They're aware of that. And I think they will play themselves in, build a base, so they can launch from that base. But this game is far from over.
It's interesting to note, Ricky, that Masagamy, they love these 1 over spells. So far in the 4th over, we've seen Gamble, Farid, Klute, and now Van Billion all bowl.
Bold.
Outside edge. So the only team that I've seen so far that they just roll their bowlers through 1 over spells. What do you make of that?
I love that because it gives you time. It doesn't give the batsman any time to settle on a bowler to know which line and length this bowler is bowling. So to mix it up, you get different variation. Maybe you can buy a wicket from that. Good ball. So that's a very good tactic because they know CPI challenges brings a challenge to them.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, you need to have the bowlers to be able to pull it off. They need to know what's up and make sure that they've got their bodies ready to go because you can't afford to be bowling one loosener at the start of every single over. But it seems to be working for them so far.
Oh, another edge there from Balloon. Maybe it's a tactic that they decide maybe on this pitch and this attack of CPI challenges not to give them any room. So let's mix it up so they cannot get used to any bowler. So I think maybe all the bowlers are switched on at any time that they can come bowl the next over.
It gives them options at the back end too, I guess. If something's working well, they can go a couple.
Shot, straight up. Who's there? Oh, just short.
That's 2 in the space of a short time that have just pitched between fielders there. So maybe the cricket gods just shining down on CPI Challenger at the moment. They've got a bit of work to do, but 2 lucky chances there. Not in control at all, and Van Biljon just can't quite get there.
I definitely think the shot is on because the guy's quite fine, this guy's quite deep. But I feel that ball just rushed him a bit there. Just a bit rushed on the shot. Good bowling from Balloon. Look at that crouch of the batsman. Let us shim it down. Wide.
Yeah, so I don't mind this. I don't know if they've obviously assessed Pretorius' stance, seen how low he gets. He's in that very unorthodox, you'd say, crouch position. So they've banged it in a bit to him. He's not looked super comfortable, but that one just down the leg side.
And he clips that one down the leg side just for 1 run. CPI challenges versus Magaswamy. Winners goes through. Losers gets knocked out. Second semi-final of the day. Dhaka Warriors already through to the finals. The winner of this match goes through to the finals. CPI challenges versus Magaswamy.
Yeah, it's a cracking day here.
Absolutely beautiful, eh?
36 teams started out this event last Sunday. We're now down. We've got 3 teams still in the comp. But in 15 more overs, we'll only have 2 teams left and we'll be all set for the big final this afternoon. So Faree,
top edge.
Another edge.
Not carrying, just short.
So fantastic here from Johan Faree.
This is great bowling here from Magaswamy. CPI Challengers need to get on with it here now. They need to get at least a boundary over here if they want to chase down this mammoth total.
Yeah, I think it's good tactics from MASAGAMY. They've made them hit.
Top edge again, will it beat the fielder? Goes away for 4 runs. And that's Boucher again trying to cut, getting a top edge and goes for 4.
No, fantastic there. They're just flying at the ball, and sometimes you get a bit of luck. That one's just flown away fine of the third man fielder. So another great shot. Well, not a great shot, but a great result.
Or maybe CPI Challengers thinking now it's time to get on with it. With the captain Lucas Botha. Oh, and he gets bowled! Middle stump. Oh, the pressure is too much. CPI Challengers loses the wicket.
It's unfortunate, it's just straight, and it's just rocked between middle and leg stump.
Pressure on now on CPI Challengers.
So the skipper, Boucher, gone.
And as you said, Simon, the big hitter, De Lange, is coming to the crease now. You think he will have a few sighters?
I think he will.
Just to get himself in here. Still a mammoth total to chase here. 157 of 77 balls.
Yeah, it'd just be interesting to see how they approach it. They need to just stay a little bit calm. If they can get, even if they can get themselves to 60 for 1 at the turn, there's still half a chance, Ricky. They can play hitting with the wind in the second half. They go hard. I mean, it's not unthinkable to get 110, 120 off the last 10 overs. So they don't need to blow themselves away up front. Just get to 60, 65. They can get up to 70. They're definitely in the game. But it's just that wicket column. They need to make sure they're not more than 3 down, and I think.
Yeah, I think this game plan that MASAGAMY has got in here at the moment, looking at the last few balls over there, and the dots and pressure just got to them a bit, and maybe Lucas Boucher thought he had to go after it a bit. But they have to rebuild now, build a partnership here. The Lange facing.
Oh, short ball.
Oh, short ball.
Nice bouncer there. I'd love to see a bit of fire. Going short is called wide, so it's just a one wide for the over, so it's just 1 run and re-bowled, so I don't mind that. Might as well have a go. First ball, see how quick his hands are, but I think his adrenaline will definitely be going now. De Lange short again. And down to fine leg.
Simon Johan Fourie is not shy of some wheels. He's got some wheels on him, eh?
Yeah, I
The
think
ball is coming through at a good pace there.
in his 40s, but he's still a very strong man.
Big shoulders.
Big shoulders,
It's coming
big
through.
frame.
Ball's a heavy ball.
Got a bit of pace there. And bowls hard, and he's.
Well, they push for 2, yeah?
Oh,
They push. Oh, they're going for the 2. Oh.
JG Ardendorf out there, Rick. He's probably the best fielder in the tournament, I think.
And he's got a rocket arm on him as well, eh? Quick on the feet. Nonetheless, CPI Challenger survives that one. 28 for 1 after 5 overs. Karl Pretoria still at the crease. 14 for 16. HD De Lange 2 of 2. Required run rate 153 runs of 75. Winner goes through. Losers knocked out. CPI Challengers batting now. Someone needs to go after the attack here.
Big Jerry into the attack here.
Oh, plain miss.
That's good, the variation too. They've got Johan free, and then they're going with a left armour. So it's just to make the guys slightly change their stance, change how they're lining up the ball, and then they come back. Got Van Biljon from the other side. So just making the batsman think. This one's clapped out towards long off. Just be a single though.
It's a nice mix-up of bowling. It's all different bowlers. Every over is a different bowler. Bringing different variations to the crease. Batsmen just need to stay in there and build a partnership so they can have a platform to launch from.
Note they're just holding back Ardendorf as well. They don't want to bowl the off spinner from this side, hitting with to the short side with the spin. So holding Ardendorf back for the other side. I mean, it's potentially risky, could still go, but just trying to keep CPI down as much as possible. As we see all the CPI guys sat down in the pavilion here.
Big shot! Long, is it long enough? 6 runs!
All the way, what a hit there. HJ De Lange, he's got some power.
Just what a doctor ordered.
See how still his head was there, Rick. He
Oh, that's
kept still
quality.
head.
Watching the ball onto the bat over there is a quality shot.
Maybe that's what they needed here. 36 for 1 now, 5.4. I don't think this one's going to be a full ball to follow up here.
Maybe a bumper.
Oh, he's gone again!
Oh, 6! That's the biggest one of them all. Wow, car park. Or in the bowls. Maybe in the bowls, Simon.
Could be in the bowls, might be just
Back-to-back 6s here from De Lange. Well done, sir.
You see they're pinged into the second tier there.
That's a
massive
quality
hit.
shot. This is a little nice comeback here from CPI Challengers. AC De Lange 15 of 6, sir.
The umpire's back into that magic hatch here. That ball is gone. And that hatch is getting a workover. They're looking for the best spare here. Trying to find the newest ball of the lot.
And while we look at this, another bowling trade. Van Biljon comes back into the attack. CPI Challengers This is a nice comeback there. Those 2 sixes really brought them back into the attack now.
Yeah, they're needing more than 10 and over before those 2 sixes, and they've got it just under 10 and over required now. So a nice little boost to their total. And big Harry Kulti is under a bit of pressure next over.
And he bowls him. Off stump, rattles. AC De Lange goes.
I think that's Carpetorius.
Yes, Carpetorius. Carpetorius.
Look at this replay. Oh, just got a bit of back pad on the way through. Bit of the back leg and onto the off stump. And the MASAGAMY boys, that's a wicket they needed. And it's just what CPI challengers didn't need. They just got themselves going, and then that off peg just getting pegged back.
Just where we thought the momentum was going, and CPI's challenges way, they get knocked over on the off stump there. So CPI challengers need to dig deep here now. They have to start rebuilding again.
And Nord van Billion now into bat. He was the pick of the bowlers for me. He just has that extra yard of gas. And he bowled a very nice last over, just keeping them in the game. So a bit of pressure on his shoulders now with the bat in hand. A bit of work to be done.
Marco van Billion with the breakthrough there. Bowling his second over.
He's bowled nicely and he batted superbly, so he's going to be pushing his way up into that dream team or for that player of the tournament.
If not, he's definitely knocking on that door of that stats.
49 off about 16 balls, I think he got, and then he's 1 for 4 in his second over at the moment. So NVB on strike. So it's actually the reverse of the matchup we had in the last over, where Van Billion was batting and Nord was bowling. So now we've got the reverse here in the 7th.
There we go. And with that, Nadia van Billion, first ball, gets off strike. Nice little soft touch into the leg side. On strike, AC De Lange now. CPI challenge is looking for someone to go on and go on big, yeah. Winner goes through, losers are knocked out. Finals day. Shot, short. Does it go all the way? 4 runs.
Fantastic there from De Lange. Just that short ball again, tried it. It wasn't quite in control, but they've got the long leg and he manages to get it fine of him down just inside where the scoreboard is down here. So I saw him just checking where the square leg fielder was before that ball. So he is looking towards this side, slightly shorter. And when it's bowled at this pace, you don't have to get all of it, and it flies away for 4. So CPI challengers bounce back here. Nice there. Could be 2.
Can they push it to you?
Should be pretty comfortable.
There we go.
Easy to throw out the blocks. Direct hit. Oh.
That would have been a close one, Simon.
It would have been. Pressure on the umpire there if that goes direct. But Harry Klutti just has to left armour, so he had to run around the ball a little bit, and that was probably the difference there.
Nonetheless, CPI challengers will be happy they didn't lose another wicket there. They look at the build a partnership here, so to give them a platform to launch. They're not going to go down fighting. They make them tough in Bloemfontein. Shot!
He's hit that
1 bounce, 2 bounce, 4 runs.
Fantastic shot there from HJ De Lange. Full, it was a half volley and duly dispatched. 1 bounce and into the side screen. Just look at here, around the wicket. He changed angle around the wicket. It was a half volley and off stump and hit dead straight. So great shot there by HJ. He went for a bit of tap with the bowling, but he's giving a bit of tap back with the bat.
Simon, I'm just looking at the trees over here. The wind is slightly starting to pick up, bring a breeze across the field. So if we do the swap over and Adendorf bowls a spin, they might be looking to target that, hitting with the spin to the cow corner, which is a little bit of a shorter boundary down in the leg side.
Yeah, I think
so. But who knows what's the game plan?
But here we go, Rick. This is interesting. You notice Dion Bolter, he's in the team today. So maybe that JG Adendorf, maybe he won't bowl. He'll be the 6th bowler. They've got Dion Bolter. in the team, so the extra seamer.
Oh, he bowls a heavy ball. Wow.
He's a big man. He's similar build to a big Yeri, but just bowling with the other hand.
Nice solid action through the crease there. CPI challenges versus MASAGAMY. Big one. Winner goes through. Losers knocked out.
They still do have 3 more overs of Justin Gamble to bowl, though.
Shot straight down. Does he split the fielder? No, it's just the one.
So there still has to be 4 overs of spin bowl. We've had one from Gamble open the innings. So Gamble, when they swap around, have to bowl his 3 from this far side. If it's not turning big, he could also fetch, though, just sliding it into the pads.
Stian Botha comes into bowl, yeah. Just soft hands there by AC De Lange. Looks like AC is the man that needs to bat through and go on to get his 50. Carry his team through here. CPI challengers are looking for one of these two to bat through. Go on and score 50.
So 26 off 10 here for HJ. And Nord at the other end, just a 2 off 3, just getting his account going.
Oh, and that one keeps a bit low, and they sneak through the 1 run.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy there by Jean-Dre, but it just got to him on the half bowling. He couldn't quite get control. Look at the size of Big Dion Bolter there. He's a big boy.
Huge. Looks like one of the rugby players should be a lock. Big man, that one.
I don't think he's a scrum half.
Definitely not. But we're happy he's part of the Yellow Maize group. Thank you, sir. Oh, he bowls such a heavy ball.
Another good-looking shot there from HJ down the ground to long on. That rounds out another over. So 8 down here, 57 for 2. The CPI challengers need another 124 off 60 balls. That required rate just going above 10 and over now. So they need a big one.
Some of my thoughts are here that maybe CPI challengers are waiting for the turn to hit with the wind. I've got a gut feeling. My gut says they're just going to knock it around till they swap ends. And then they're going to launch from there.
Yeah, so the MASAGAMY were 80 for 1 at the turn. So if they can get another 15 runs or so on these next 2.
Oh, good ball. You on for Reed to the attack.
Another 15 or 20 if they can in the next 2 overs, and they'll be right in the mix up around that 75 mark at the turn, and it'll just be another 105 or so runs to win in the last 10, which is more than doable. They've got some big hitters. It's just the wickets they need in hand. They need one of them to get to a 50 here. Oh, wow.
Big swing.
No ding.
Big swing, but no one home. Ringing the doorbell, but no one answers. Yes, Simon, I think I fully agree with you. They need to be on 70, 75 here on the turn. Otherwise, chasing 120 from 10 is going to be a tough ask.
Yeah. They've still got the 6 wickets in hand, but they probably don't bat quite as deep as what MASAGAMY do.
Look at Aronov go there and about. That's fast feet there.
It's like the Energizer Bunny there.
Yes, he covers a lot of ground with that short little strides. CPI challenges 58 for 2. They need one of these batsmen to go on and hit a big 50 here. And as we see it, he launches one down the leg side, doesn't get all of it. Straight to Dion over here.
Seems like both the CPI guys, they're both trying to go hard here. I don't know if that's the right tactic, but they're just looking both to launch. They just need to make sure wicket's in hand, so don't mind if one of them goes. They need to get the runs up, but just don't want to get blown away. Oh,
and it gets knocked over. There goes the Lange. Does that mean there goes CPI challenges chances as well?
I don't know if it's completely gone, but he's a big wicket. Just nipped in a little off the seam there, didn't
Just a little bit off the seam there, yeah.
Just as we said it, they didn't need to both be going hard there.
Yes.
And loses his leg stump. But a great knock by H.J. Jalanga. He just added a little bit of a boost there to the CPI challengers. He smacked some big sixes there. But that's the end, or might be, that's the end of his innings. Hopefully for his sake, we see him bat again in the final, but they're up against it a little bit here.
Oh, got knocked over, leg ball out of. Yeah, it's just a little movement indicating there. Yeah, just nipped around a little bit.
But good bowling, you got to say it's good bowling.
Yeah,
he went full, keeping the seam up, so you never know. He might get a little bit of movement, and it does just nip around a bit.
Simon, also think the pressure was starting to mount on him. If you look at the last 10 balls, pressure was mounting on them. But there's no need that both batsmen need to go at it. One of them needs to decide, I'll be going, and one knocks it around.
But it's just the dot balls that built up there. They only scored 6 off the last 10. It's fine if you have 1 or 2, but you've got to be making sure you get the rest of them away in plenty of 1s and 2s.
But this is going to make the turn quite interesting now, because they're going to be chasing the game now. Oh, that one keeps low again. Passes the keeper and they go through for a bye.
Yeah,
just the odd ball that just keeps a bit low and it just gets past the keeper.
Yeah, I think old big Dion Bolter is just hitting the deck very hard and just in an area. And when he's hitting the deck so hard, you just see a little bit of a different reaction from the wicket.
You can see the keeper explaining over there now. The ball is just skidding off the deck at the last bit there. CPI challengers facing up. Tucks inside edge. Did he get back on that? Inside edge, yes, 4 runs.
It's almost like an action cricket shot. Went down, up, over the keeper.
Yes, Mr. Finch, you will take that. Dion Botha not happy about that. No, it's a bye.
Gives it by, so must have maybe hit a foothold. It was a...
And just deviated off the pitch and went down there for 4. So it's not off the bat, it's 4 byes. Nonetheless, CPI challengers will be happy with that. There's 4 runs onto their scorecard. They'll take it. Cut shot, passes. Keeper misses it, 4 runs.
There was a nick there.
There was definitely a nick there.
Big nick. It was a regulation first slip chance. John J. Johnson couldn't quite get across. And goes away.
Let's look at the replay here. Edges it. Definitely first slip. There was no chance John is getting to that one.
Good acrobatics though. A bit of a dive for the cameras.
Yes, that's a quality effort there. At the end of the day, when it is fine session, it's the effort that counts.
Indeed.
Oh, there we go. That's a comeback. Dion Botha. CPI challenges. Back-to-back boundaries. This is good stuff here.
Finch throwing the kitchen sink at that one though.
But if you connect to the covers, it's completely open.
Yeah,
big gap in the covers.
JG at deep point just behind square. They've got the third man. But no one from point round to long off.
Another good ball to close out the over here. And with that, we're going to have the turn. The final 10. CPI challenges 68 for 3.
They need 11.3 in over here, Rick. They're a little bit behind the 8 ball, but they've still got 5 wickets in hand, but a lot of work to be done. So we just sauntering down here to third man.
It's like a mini David and Goliath over here.
Yeah, bit of a height difference. I don't think they'll be stood next to each other in the school photo.
And then your Arendorf, a little Energizer Bunny coming across from cover, high-fiving everyone back to cover again. So great to see quality cricket.
Here's now the spin, Rick. We've got Justin Gamble, the left-arm spinner.
This is the over that CPI challenge would like to target over here. As we look at this view, beautiful blue skies here. Justin Gamble into the attack. First up, top edge. Keeper. Takes it. There we go.
So the double-edged sword there, Rick. We called it. We said it could have been dangerous for the runs-wise, but at the same time, when you go in the big shot, there's always a risk of the wicket. And first ball, big NVB goes the slog sweep, and it went straight up And Jondre Johnson, lucky he's got the sunnies on there because the sun right above him. But he makes sure, look at that, straight up. Camera lost it a bit there.
Camera thought was going to Carl corner. Instead of straight up.
Look, great shot here from this side though, straight up. And takes it cleanly, well done, Jondre Johnson.
It's still a top catch, because that ball went quite hard and probably swirling around there. But just as we call the CPI challengers, probably targeted Justin Gamble with the shorter boundary on the leg side. So that's a gamble. So either it will come off, you get your 6 or your boundary, or you'll get that at the top edge. But regardless, CPI challengers chasing 181 required runs, 113 of 49 balls. They have to go after the attack here.
The Tualicki's boys going bananas here on the balcony. It's great to see all the great spirit here. You can just see them there to the left. Great bit of song and a few fines being handed out, I'm sure. They didn't have the most successful campaign on the field for their standards, but thoroughly enjoyed themselves. There's Gamble in here again.
That's better, just soft hands. Down to man, just for the 1-1. Simon, that is our banana song. Remember on Monday night they sang us the banana song?
Yeah.
That was that song. That was the banana song they were singing there.
That's your favorite song, isn't it?
I love it. I love doing the good steps to that. He knocks him over. CPI challengers. What's happening here, gents?
So unfortunate here, CPI. This one just pushed through with the arm, goes back, goes straight on.
Looks like a little bit fast and flat over there.
Think so, but as they say, Rick, just hit the top of off, and that's what Gamble's done. Rocks back the top of off stump, and Fincham it is, on his way.
Oh, that's a complete opposite of what we expected from that over. We were expecting Justin Gamble to be the spinner they're going to target. Look
Straight
at that.
through top of off.
Top of off, that's a good nut. Looks like he pushed that one a little bit faster through.
Yeah, maybe just pushed it off the fingers. He's almost bowling that like a left arm seamer there. He's a big, strong man, so he's able to get a bit of extra zip off the wicket.
But I'm not writing CPI challenge off just of yet. I think they still got something in the tank here, but if they want something, that needs to happen now.
Yeah,
but there's so much pressure on them right now.
Martinell's a left-hander, so he's something slightly different. He'll probably enjoy hitting the left arm spin a little bit more than the right hand as well, and slightly to the shorter side. So they've got him in at a good time, but a lot of work to be done.
Yeah, but you got Mr. Arendorf there alone, patrolling the cow corner. He won't let anything come past him. CPI challengers need to go after the attack here. And he knocks him. That's 3 wickets in a 1 over. CPI challenges. Unbelievable. Take a bow. Justin Gamble, 3 overs. 3 wickets in 1 over.
This is the 11th over. If they look back, the CPI challengers, it's going to be the game changer. Just
middle stump
sweep. First ball, probably didn't quite need it. He's probably thinking that his chances are done and he needs to get on with it. But you can always have a look at least one, Rick.
Yeah, especially after losing 2 quick ones. You need to consolidate. Just take 1 or 2 overs, get your eye in again. Yes, you are chasing a mammoth total, but at least 1 or 2 balls, get a sighter, especially if the guy just takes 2 wickets.
Yeah, so
unfortunately, that's not good cricket here from CPI challengers.
3 for 6 here for Gamble. Great figures. He's bowled well, but sometimes maybe just got to question the shot selection. When they've hit it nicely and they've batted well, but just losing a little bit of shape here in the team, unfortunately. This is number 7 and 8 now, Corne Boyson and Peter Patu.
I think this is their only chance here now. They need to block it this over. See how Justin Gamble. Oh! Wide.
They got the first slip in now. So
yes.
Big Dion Bolter, I mean, he must have hands, massive bucket hands. So if one goes past him, I'm backing him here.
That's a good cricket here. Just rotate, get off strike.
So unfortunate here for challengers. We are hoping for a super, super tight game here, and they're not completely out of it, but it's very much an uphill battle now. 70 for 6. They need 110 more off 9 overs. So they in a bit of bother.
Yeah, and as we see that, Dion Botha comes back into attack. So it's not getting any easier for them. But there's 2 batsmen now, 2 new batsmen. Courtney Boyson, 1 for 1. Peter Pitot, 2 for 2. One of them needs to stick it out here. There's an old saying at cricket, bat out overs and the score will come. Bad ball will come.
So it is that man Bolter back into the attack.
Simon, you think if they bat out the overs there's a possibility? It's going to be an uphill battle. It's not going to be no easy task here. A nice looking cut shot here. Just for 1.
Yeah, look, they're needing 12, 13 over here, Rick. So they need 2 boundaries and over essentially. So it's going to be difficult. It's not completely out. They've all very accomplished cricketers, but MASAGAMY are also very accomplished. So it's going to be a good battle, but I feel MASAGAMY definitely more than in the box here at the moment.
Oh, and he beats the edge. I cannot agree more with you, Simon. I think this is going to be a really uphill battle if you look at the replay. Oh, it just misses the edge.
Good line, good lengths, just bowling the hard length, not giving them anything to get under towards the leg side. So the only avenue they're basically giving him to score is the run down to third man or the cut shot.
Again, play missed, Dion Botha. Top bowling, sir. CPI challenges up here. Big task ahead.
Good to hear. Just the hands, just getting a bit in front of the body there.
He's a little bit late on a shot, eh?
He's a big boy, Dion. Bowls a heavy ball.
Bowls a heavy ball. Top edge, third man. And he bails on it.
Just a single.
CPI challengers need to bat out the rest of this overs here. If they want to have a chance in this one. Big shot. Is it long enough? Does it all out? Out of here.
Big Johan Free has dropped a couple of catches this tournament, but he's got massive hands and he doesn't drop that one. Just doesn't quite get it there. Did he a bit toe-ish, I think. It was full. Just see here. Just a bit low on the bat there.
Low
right
at
out
the
toe.
bottom of the bat, straight up. They were hoping for it to drop that one, but not today. Unfortunately, it's not CPI Challengers Day here.
And so last man standing here. Unfortunately, this is the end of the campaign for CPI, I think, but they've been a fantastic side. Semi-finalists in the World Champs, and the top 4 sides out of the 36, and the top 4 sides in the Last Man Stands World. But that's a nice shot there.
And he's given. Edge. Caught. Batsman's confused. Edge it.
I thought he'd blazed it over cover. I just completely lost it. He's been given out here. And that's the end of the game.
Edge. Johnson had the edge. He went for a stumping. He said, no, I've got an edge. And that's the end of CPI Challengers tournament. So not the way they wanted to go out of here.
Bit of a confusing end here, but anyway, that's the end of the match. And a convincing win by MASAGAMY. They're into the final. So great effort by them. They're just clinical, weren't they, Ricky? Just got a big total on the board, played to their game plans, bowled well, batted well, and they're on their way to the big dance against the Dakar Warriors, but take nothing away from CPI Challengers, making it through to the semi-final. They beat some very good sides.
Yeah, Simon, CPI Challengers. There was always an uphill battle after the turnaround after 10 overs. But give it to them, making it all the way to the semi-finals, eh?
Oh, they beat some big sides. They knocked out the Kamikaze Bumblebees in the quarter-final. They had another win, another big win in the... So Kamikaze Bumblebees in round 16 in the quarter-final, another big win. Fortunately just not to be here in the semi. It's a good, really good spirit, though. They're all going to get in for a big photo here. That's great to see.
Oh, I love this. This is quality. Look at this team spirit here. This is what cricket's all about.
All South African affair here in the semi and some fantastic spirit.
Quality stuff.
We're just going to get a big shot here. Just swapping back now.
Look at this. Ah, lovely. Finchy, you late, mate. Get in there, son.
He's looks like he's got a bit of a knee injury as well there, but he's jogging across. He wants to be a part of it.
CPI challenges, families and friends coming along now. They also want to take photos. CPI challenge, unfortunately, get knocked out. But thank you for being part of the World Champs. It was an absolute pleasure having you here. Unfortunately, this one didn't go your way, but well done to achieving, getting all the way here.
Definitely a great, fantastic final. What an effort. Been thoroughly impressed by MASAGAMY through the tournament, and they're on their way here. Everyone just great spirit, really enjoyed it. CPI Challenge has been a pleasure. MASAGAMY, always a pleasure. As we see the clouds just sitting in there on Table Mountain, Rick. There's a little bit of wind around, but absolutely zero rain. It's a perfect day.
Chances of zero rain, chances a lot of sixes in the finals. MASAGAMY, the number one team in South Africa at the moment. CPI Challengers going up against a very strong outfit. But I think, Simon, what stands out for me, MASAGAMY, is the bowling changes they made.
Yeah, no, they rotate their bowlers really
well.
That
was quality stuff over there.
Made a tactical change to the side as well. They took Boyson out, brought big Dion Bolter in, just another hard wicket-to-wicket bowler. So I think that was a great ploy there. He just kept it tight. Don't think he took any wickets, but just not relieving the pressure.
Quality stuff. Well done to Max Army. Getting through to the next round. Quality outfit, unlucky CPI challenges. Thank you for being part of this wonderful tournament. It's been a great sport.
You're just seeing the ground. They've got the heavy roller out there on one of the wickets. So Wayne Greaves going to go out there and just have a look, and we'll make a call for the final.
Yeah, it looks like they want to maybe potentially prepare a new strip for the finals.
No, we're just going to have a look. We're just going to see the options here, see what it looks like. This strip over here that we've played on for the two morning games, I thought it played very well, to be fair. Two lots of 180, 190 on the board. But they're just going to have a look, and we've got options there as we're just seeing the shot down of the square. A couple of the old members there. I think they're heading across to congratulate MASAGAMY, tell them how well they played.
Simon, they're painting the lines on the other strip.
No, we'll just wait and see. We're just going to have a look. So we're not committed either way yet. Just see what we think here. But we'll make that call. But we're going to have a bit of a break here between the game to give the teams a rest. But don't go anywhere. We're going to be showing plenty of highlights. We're going to show the day two highlights. So we're going to step away for a few minutes and enjoy the day two highlights. Fantastic ball there by Jono Bosch.
Really well towards the latter parts of the innings, and this one sneaks through, and Maz Khan there completely missing a straight one, and it goes on to hit off stump, and it's another strike bowler back into the act. There's ready, and there is a stumping. That is a fantastic bit of work there from the keeper. Great bit of work from the keeper there, stumping the batsman that was in there, Daniel.
That's a huge shot out to over corner onto the squash court roof, and that is the end of the game.
Ratan Das has been sitting in the dugout watching his mates just pop it around.
And Abdur Rahman there coming in to finish the over and edging.
Wanted over there.
Shot, Alex Money. It's small for this man. I mean, this man starts going.
Playing in down here again is wonderful for the city.
Oh, he's headed out to Cal corner. Is that going to be out? Oh, it's a great save. It's not a catch, but he saved 6.
That is fantastic fielding by the young man on the boundary there.
Presence of mind to know where the rope was behind him.
That's Afridi, the seamer.
Big clap from the fielders.
We said it was a big hit down there.
Yeah.
And he would try to go the distance. Gave it the full kitchen sink. And that's why I've said great fielding there, as we see.
Oh, Bola, yes! A stumping, what a stumping there. Beautiful stumping there from Dustin. David Hurst having a good day behind the stumps. Absolutely incredible day behind the stumps there, David Hurst. Wow, what a keeper. Yo! What is that topic? What a ball! That is a great ball! A bumper to take the edge, and David Hurst completes the catch and the keeping. This is beautiful stuff. Definitely one for the highlight reel. Beautiful. Yeah! Oh, that is a magnificent catch. Woo! Philip Rosen shaping in, hitting that back